Cool. Right. Thank you very much for being here, mate. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Today I wanted to get into sort of your background and your roots, because I think you're an interesting person. Watching from a distance, very driven, like more driven than I am, and I'd like to, know what it is that kind of drives people like yourself. So I've come up with a list of questions. Hopefully I can find the answer within those questions. If not, I'm sure it'll be interesting, and people will get to know a side of you they probably don't know. So my first question, mate, is it's clear you're not a local lad. You've got like an Eastern European accent. Whereabouts did you grow up? Like where you from? What sort was it? A city or a town? What country was it in?
Yeah, so originally, obviously, I feel like I'm British now. Seriously, we've been here so long.
Yeah,
we've been here 14 years now.
Yeah.
I'm from Poland originally. A big city, Katowice, down south. I'm from massive estate, like proper estate. We have like 150 flat blocks. So there was like tens of thousands of people in the estate.
Yeah.
A lovely place. Maybe not back in the 90s, but it is a lovely place, and a bit different to Stafford.
Yeah.
Totally like more manic and chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm from.
What sort of ways would you say like differs like from Stafford? What are the main differences, would you say?
It's you see, we came here just after I brought the family together. Before my son, just after my son was born.
Yeah.
And I found out Stafford was a very, very good place to live the family life. It's quieter. There's lots of stuff you can take kids to. We are in the centre of this triangle of Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool. Everywhere's close. Even London is like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
But Stafford itself, to brought kids up, I think is one of the best places I've ever been to.
Oh.
Really like it. And then comparing to my place, like I say, just one big chaos. As I remember, easy to lose your path.
So what was your childhood like over there?
I mean, childhood as childhood was okay. I'm from a nice family. My mum is a teacher. My dad always worked long hours as a truck driver.
Yeah.
But me as a kid, when I was growing up, I was always smallest. I'm asthmatic. I always had this anxiety.
Yeah.
The difference now and then was no one was talking about it. There was no internet, so all these thoughts in your head, you don't know what it is. You were thinking, like, oh shit, I'm so fucking weird. What's going on in my head? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now people talk about it, so okay, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I might get help. Back then, you had to cope with yourself with this shit without even knowing what it is.
Yeah.
I just thought, okay, I'm small, I'm asthmatic, I can't run, I can't do PE at school, and this was just grinding me down.
Yeah.
I think that's when I picked the wrong path in my life. I tried to do things that I'm not proud of.
Mm.
But at the time, I thought they're good for me. It was like an escape from this my little weird world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got into drugs, I got into all the shit that I'm not proud of. Also, it's all the stuff that created me, I guess,
Yeah.
So to start with, obviously, it did help. I felt like I'm a bad man. I got friends, but this all been just fake friends, really.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it lasted for a very, very long time. I was lost for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I guess I hated lots of people to start with family. My mom, especially my brother, my dad. The thing is, I didn't want to be there. It just happened,
Yeah.
First, when you take them drugs and you do this with your mates and you rob this and it's all fun, but then you just dig in and it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not like I say, I'm not proud of it, but very often when people ask me, I talk about it because I feel like I reached the very bottom. People say, oh, I took drugs, but I was into it for fucking 10 years, man.
Yeah.
I was at the bottom. I had suicide talks, I fucked up everything in my life, everything.
Yeah.
I got arrested, I had a few charges. Luckily, those days in Poland you could buy your freedom, with money.
Yeah.
So I was lucky, I guess, but I had time to rethink things. After I'd been arrested, my missus told me she's pregnant. So I'm like, okay, you're there, you think, oh, you want to change, and then she tells you she's pregnant, so you're like, okay, fuck it, let's change this.
Mm-hmm.
So I pay all my debts, and then a few weeks later I was in Stafford already,
Yeah.
Tough 2 years, like a detox. But we made it. I think literally, like people say, Jiu-Jitsu saved my life, this saved my life. I do believe that my son saved my life.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me then that she's pregnant. I don't think all this would go, but I see my son as a fucking lifesaver.
Yeah.
And that was a turning point. And I started working hard. And I changed one addiction to the other. That's where fitness came as well.
Yeah.
I came to this country, I started going to the gym. So I replaced one with the other. I guess this is much better addiction.
Yeah.
But again, as I said, people say they regret things, but I don't, because as much as it was fucked up, it just created me who I am now, and I think I appreciate things more.
Yeah.
And again, when people ask me, I like to talk about it because there's so many kids
Yeah.
who are there, they think there's no way out, but
Yeah.
there fucking is. You just need to want it.
Yeah.
But you've got to want it. People try to help me on the way, but I didn't want it.
Yeah.
It's like, I drag you, I take you to fucking detox.
Yeah.
You spend a week and you just fuck off. And if you don't want it, you won't stay there. You just fuck off and go back to where you were.
Yeah.
So you've got to want things. You need to realise that you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to reach a point within yourself when you're ready to change. No matter how much other people want it for you, you've got to want it for yourself, haven't you?
Correct. Yeah. Sometimes this pressure works the other way as well. You just want to fuck you. That's my life. I want to do what I want.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's like I mentioned my mum before. She never bollocks me. All she was doing is this fucking sad face. I still remember that now. She was just disappointed in me.
Yeah.
And then, because I had so good time, I didn't really care about it. I was young as well, but it was drugs mainly and things we were doing.
What age was you when you steered off the right path, as you would say?
I was 27. I started all these drugs things when I was 17.
Yeah.
And we're talking about every day, and it was hard drugs. It was amphetamine. It was weed. I don't even classify it as a drug, because weed was just normal. Everyone was smoking weed, but we were fucking deep in the hard drugs. I started 17, talking every day, and then until the age of 27, when I came here, that's where everything just started, clicking in the right direction.
In the right direction, yeah.
So it was,
Was it kind of like a product of the environment though, like where you was from? Did you find many kids in your situation?
Yeah, it was, but I don't want to blame. People say, "Oh, I blame the environment and that."
Yeah.
I can tell you, like I say, I had this anxiety which I didn't know it is, and I always felt like I'm worse than all this because I was a tiny. The people take advantage of me, they bully me every now and then.
Yeah.
But so for me, it was more like escape. And then because I was in the pack of them people, I thought, okay, if I be in the group, maybe I'll be stronger.
Yeah.
But no, the people don't fucking care of you.
Yeah.
When you're there, when you bring something to the table, they're your friends. But when you're fucking low and you switch your phone or you just fucking disappear for 3 days, no one even check on you.
No.
They ain't no friends, man. They ain't no friends. They're just fucking mates to spend time with. I even say that to my guy, because going back to fitness, I train few lads who are in my situation. I can read them. I know exactly what they lie to me, if they take or not, or if they smoke or not.
Oh yeah.
But I had few people who messaged me, and I said, okay, I'm gonna help you. And we did like a boxing, like white collar boxing fights.
Yeah.
And we were talking about their friends. I'm like, listen, remember when you had that fight? How many of them so-called mates turned up to your fight? Fucking zero. None. None of them mates who you were spending fucking 3 hours a day smoking weed. None of them give a fuck, because you don't go and you don't smoke weed with them anymore.
Yeah.
They ain't no friends, man.
Yeah.
You need to find, one proper mate friend instead of looking for these fake mates. It was exactly the same then. So I don't think, obviously, if you're in a certain environment, it's easier to get things.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to get into it. But there was let's say there was 30,000 people in the state. Most, like 90% of them, didn't use the drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you don't want to, it doesn't matter if next bench people smoke weed or do whatever they do. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily. I don't like blaming, them for my mistakes.
Yeah. You still had to make the decision for yourself.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Although it is easier, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to do it, you don't do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. So like, was there a particular incident? Like, obviously, you said your son was a big turning point for yourself, but before your son came along, was there a particular like incident like that happened that made you think, I need to change this, I need to get the fuck out of here? Or was it just the whole thing looking down?
First couple of years was fine. It was just fun, like I said. Then there were tougher days where I wanted to fucking quit and stop doing this. But the turning point was when my best friend grasped me to the police. I was arrested, and I didn't live with my mom at the time because I moved out just so she don't see me doing the things. But I came at a visit, and there was the coppers in the elevator, in the lift. We used to live on the 8th floor, and they were there in the lift with me. So I came to my mom to visit her, get in, and then banging on the door, and the 3 fucking coppers who were just with me in the lift, they came to arrest me.
Oh, shit.
I see my mom fucking crying. I go, it's not him. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that again.
But you knew you had done it.
Yeah. But her face, man, fucking hell.
Yeah.
So, they arrested me. I only spent like 48 hours, 72 hours maybe. Like I say, those days we had money and we could actually make things work. I went to the court. I had a case. I got suspended. What's it? But when this 72 hours, it was enough to think that, oh fucking hell, what I'm doing here, man. Is it worth it? And then when they interviewed me, they mentioned my best mate fucking name, that he grasped me. I'm like, what the hell? The thing is, there was like 4 of us in the cell, and all of them were like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going out. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to find a job.
Yeah.
Everyone said that, so I didn't really trust myself really.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I knew that I'm not this person. I was there not by mistake, not accidentally, because obviously I did it. But it never felt right with me. You know what I mean? Like, those people, when they hurt someone, they meant it.
Yeah.
They did it on purpose. Yeah. When I hurt someone, either it was verbally or I've done something wrong, I always regret it. It didn't feel right. I did never ever done something on purpose, like hurt you and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I'm in the wrong fucking place. So when they arrested me, all these things just start coming to my head. And I come out, and the very next day she told me she's pregnant. So that was 2 things that happened at the same time, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I knew, okay, that can't be coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah.
Let's sort this out.
Mm-hmm.
I met my mate, and we decided the best would be just leave this place and then we fuck off to England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That was 2006. Me and him, Peter, the Polish guy. We came here. We had just a suitcase. I had 70 quid in my pocket, man. We didn't have place to sleep. We had no work, no job, no English. People, you could tell certain things, but no one would fucking understand you.
Yeah.
All I learned, it was, hello, I'm from Poland, I'm looking for a job. and these CVs were like, so first night we came here, we went to the squad on Lichfield Road, and luckily there was a guy who was just leaving, and he says, take this key, just sleep over in my room because I'm moving out, and then tomorrow you decide what you want to do. So we just slept there. We tried to sleep, because fucking paranoia and foreign country, you don't speak, what's going on here, why are we even here?
Yeah.
The next day we started taking these CVs. Pete, he had a couple of friends, he had this girl, and she took us to Jenkins on skate race, and they gave us a job on the pot wash. So that starts setting the things down, because you knew that you not only got the 70 quid, you actually will get some money on Friday, and you can try and survive
Yeah.
I think we paid like 30 quid for a room those days. And then it was hard, man. No language, no fucking roof, no job, no money really. But we did it, yeah.
Did you get much, did you tell many people like back home that you wanted to leave, and did you get many people who was against you leaving, who didn't want you to get out?
There was few of them, but most people, because they thought they know me, they thought I'm escaping from my missus' pregnancy.
Wow.
So they thought, because he came all together, so they thought, oh, he's fucking off now. Knowing him, he's gonna fucking go somewhere else and then do whatever he used to do. But hey, no fucking knows me, man. I don't do friends because I don't trust people too much.
Yeah.
So they don't know what's in my head. But I swear, even my missus probably for the split second was thinking the same. You know.
Mm-hmm.
There was few lads who weren't too happy, knowing oh, where the fuck are you going? What are you going? You owe me money here. You need to do this and that.
Yeah.
But mainly it was, oh, he's fucking off now. You know, responsibilities. Yeah. He's never come back.
Yeah.
But I did. I come here. We come here only for a few months, just to see what it's like. I come back. We got married in August. Max was born in October. I waited a few more months and then come back again here. And then 2 months later, I brought my wife and my son. We live at that squad for several months. One room, fucking like 30 people in the house.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
But all this just toughens you up.
Yeah.
Working hours, 16 hours at Jenkinson, 6 days a week. Tough work, no language.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years, I started picking the language. They sent me to college. I done professional cookery, level 2, level 3 in Stafford College. So I was going to college for 2 years.
Yeah.
Saving money for another courses. So the beginning, it seems unreal as well. You know, when you talk about it, wow, it seems like a fucking movie. You can't explain that to people as well.
Yeah.
You need to, you know, sometimes you try to tell people things, and but if you wasn't there, if you didn't experience it, it's hard to understand some things.
Yeah, because you can't really immerse yourself in that environment. Like, you can only hear it and imagine what you think it would be like for you to be in that. But for yourself to be in that situation, it's a completely different concept to somebody else, because they don't know the series of events that led up to that moment and what was going through your mind, your anxieties. You was unsure how it was going to turn out. It's
like you tell me about your adventures. You've done some shit in past, man. But I respect this, but there's no way I'm going to imagine, not even close, going to imagine to what you went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
exactly. So
yeah, probably if I went there for a month, I would be all right. That's what he went through.
Yeah, exactly, and vice versa. Like same with yourself. So it only tells half a story, doesn't it? But so. There's a quote. There's a philosopher. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Friedrich Nietzsche.
Of course.
And one of his quotes that I like is, "For a tree's branches to go to heaven, its roots must go to hell." And what kind of I grasped from that is, sometimes for you to really appreciate life and value what you have to go through like a rough time and a hard time. And I think, from my own perspective, I think you're an example of that. Because of where you are today, how driven you are, and all the things you've achieved, and how hard working you are today, and you appreciate things a lot more. Would you agree with?
Well, I definitely agree. When you quote this, I had goosebumps. Look, I love Nietzsche. I think this is correct. Obviously, lots of people were at the bottom. We all got different bottoms, but I also believe that there is a bottom under the bottom.
Yeah,
you can go fucking much lower than you think that you can.
Yeah.
And then you're right, absolutely right, that you appreciate the things more if you was in that hell. It's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. It just drains you mentally, but that makes you somehow stronger. You know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Would you say like so today you used to have anxiety when you was younger? Is that something that you still carry with you to this day?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I had few. Back in time, it used to happen more often. I had even when I hit 30, 10 years ago, had diagnosed depression. Again, I didn't know what's going on with me. I'm loving the life, mate. I think life is just fucking beautiful. I'm not necessarily a fan of people, but
Yeah.
Life is absolutely a blessing.
Yeah.
And then when these things happens to you, and you look around, now I got a daughter as well.
Yeah.
And you look at them, and you're really depressed and low, and can't find enjoyment in these little things that matters. That's the worst thing in life. It's and people can't help because they see you you're down, you're low, and then they just tell things. And yeah, I know I'm lucky. I know I got lovely kids and pretty good life, and I stopped whatever I was doing, but you just can't find enjoyment in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had this depression, but then luckily it's gone. And then every now and then it's like a sinusoid, like up and downs. Luckily lately, them downs don't last as long as they used to.
Yeah.
But sometimes they do. It's I think last time Christmas, not last Christmas before, when I found out my jiu-jitsu coach, he had issues, and we are quite similar. He started a business, fitness business from zero, and his club just fucking grows. I think it's the best club probably in the UK. And you would think the guy has everything, and then he got to this point where I don't know if I can talk about it, but he ended up in the fucking wrong place in his head.
Yeah.
And that will fucking put me in the wrong place. So I'm like, okay, fucking hell, if this guy, he's so strong and he's got everything and this and that, and he just somehow got into my head. And I had the worst 2 weeks of my life, man. Seriously, it was the worst, and no one can help you. I'm also the man who don't talk to people.
Yeah. Same.
He just stays in.
Yeah.
But when I talk about it, it makes me feel worse.
Yeah.
When I say it out loud, I'm like, it just depresses me even more.
What depresses you? Is it talking about what made you depressed, or is it talking about your feelings of depression?
It's talking about the things. It looks like, it seems sometimes when I say it out loud, I realise that it's bad.
And it like echoes.
It's like, oh fuck, to tell it. And the other thing why I don't speak to people is they never fucking answer what I want to hear. They're not helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I expect. I don't know what I want them to say.
Yeah.
But every time I tried to talk to people, they're just like, oh, man up. Oh, you're okay. You'll be fine.
Mm.
No, yeah, I know I will be fine, but I'm not fine now, man.
Yeah.
And this just can go fucking wrong direction like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible thing. But then again, it doesn't happen as often as it used to. Now we live in days where you got loads of knowledge on the internet. I know Google is not the best fucking thing to look for diagnosis, but we can read some things there which are helpful. And at least you know what's going on with you. So it's not just you. Like when I was a kid, I thought it's just fucking me in the whole school.
Yeah.
But now you know that there's people who are actually just like you. So you're not super weird. You're just weird.
Yeah.
But
you're not on your own at least.
And then I give. I see myself as a hard worker as well. I don't know if I'm trying to make the things right for what I used to do. I do enjoy this. That's for sure. And then sometimes I forget not to expect. So I give it all, and then sometimes I expect people would appreciate more what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And this sometimes makes me feel like, I'm feeling fucking disappointed, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, most of the times I remember not to expect. Sometimes hope is good, but not expect from people. Just because you do so much for them, it doesn't mean they need to do as much.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, it's just the little things in your head and put together and then make it one big thing.
Yeah, you can jumble things up in your mind, can't you? So what are what ways do you use to sort of cope on when you're having a shit day? Obviously your training's a big part of it. I know when I'm having down days, training's a good way to lift me up. Is there any other things like that you choose to try and turn the day in a positive direction? It's
definitely fitness, all type of sports is very helpful. I guess that's why I'm doing this. But sometimes even that fitness is too much, Sometimes you're just in the place where, like yesterday, I had a bit of a breakdown. I've done my weight session, I smashed my shoulders, fucking just lifted heavy.
Yeah.
And I finished, I didn't feel this,
You didn't feel
I didn't feel like I feel much better.
Yeah.
So when I was working out, I felt good.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the feeling afterwards just gives you that extra boost as well.
Yeah.
I didn't find it yesterday. Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna mention this as well. I'm using CBD. I used to smoke lots of weed, and CBD is a part of it, but without all the things that actually are bad for you. When people say weed is not addictive, I don't think they ever smoke proper amounts because it is addictive.
Yeah.
So CBD, I found over the last few years, it really, really helps with my head. Fitness is a great thing, but running, when I go for a run, I try to go like slow pace, and I use it as like a meditation.
Yeah.
It might sound weird as well, but I like when it rains, and
Yeah.
it feels like all this motion, the bad emotion, they just flush down, and you can think about things, and you come back, and you got the answers.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. Then when you this is anxiety, but when you're stressed, when something doesn't go your way, I like all the Thai boxing, just living on the bag, living on the pads.
Yeah.
I know you're punching yourself as well, so living this aggression there is probably the best thing. Reading the book, and just alone time, just try to switch. I know it's hard. It's hard to switch off, especially these days. The phone is always on. It's part of the business, pays bills, so it's got to be on.
I remember talking to you once when I collected some meals off you, and you said what you do nowadays is you'll have a bit of CBD and then you'll switch off your Wi-Fi. Do you find that helps you to disconnect from this electronical world and just like?
I do believe it helps a lot if you off this phone, off these emails. But then again, it depends what time of the day or maybe of the week, because this is very important. Like I say, I got bills to pay, and this is helpful with my business. So if I switch it in the wrong time of the day, all I think about is if them clients come in, if someone wants some this and that. But there are times where you actually get rid of this, and not being on there somehow just relaxes, to just take the pressure even of your head, It like literally takes the pressure of your head.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a break every now and then and just read the book. Flotation as well. I just thought about this. We used to do it more often, but now I try to go like once a month, have a flotation. I don't know if you do flotation before.
I've heard of it. There's one in Stafford, isn't there?
There's one in Stafford. Mark Smith, he's running this Time to Float.
Yeah.
We used to go to Nottingham years ago before he was in Stafford. So like when I used to fight, when I used to do jiu-jitsu or Thai boxing, always before competition, after competition. So relax before, it helped with the weight loss, with the weight cut, and then after for injuries or just recovery. But it is the only hour actually when my mind switches off.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, it's funny as well. So what it is, it's a water which is your body temperature, close to your body temperature, about 36.5, 37. And there's like 2 tons of salt in there. So you float on the water. Yeah. And I try to drown myself, you can't. So you said, right? And then, so you shoot the tank, you're just there, switch off the lights, the music goes off after 5 minutes, and it's just you floating, so you're in your head.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, your head just fights, man. Yeah, you're just like, no, mate.
You want to get out.
Yeah, you're not chilling, mate. You're not chilling. You start fucking thinking and thinking, and then just switch off, and then the music comes off. He's like, oh, fucking hell, an hour gone. So it's seriously, I think it's the only hour where my mind actually switches off. 1 hour in whole month.
Yeah.
When I'm not analysing, I'm not thinking, I'm not planning, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, then voices, no, you're not going to sleep. Yeah, you go sleep. No, you're not. And then you don't even realise when.
Yeah.
Also, before that switch off, you at some point you stop feeling the water. You think like you're actually floating because there's the same temperature and you're floating in the water.
Yeah.
And at some point you just feel like you're actually floating in the air. I think that's where the transition starts.
Yeah.
And then the music comes off and you're like, oh shit, I was quick.
Yeah.
And very often you find the answers. You come out very recovered. I would recommend that to anyone. Seriously, it's good for your head.
Have you tried meditation as well, like standing, sitting down?
Yes, we tried a few times. We went to places. I tried at home. I can't do that.
It's hard, isn't it?
I can't do it.
You've got to really, really concentrate just to even get a little bit of relaxation in the mind.
Yeah, we tried, and a few times it worked, but I don't know. I can't sit on my ass.
Yeah.
I need to be there. I need to constant think. Even sometimes like today, I would have this 2-hour break, but I wouldn't sit. I swear. The plan is to sit there, put the Netflix on, play with dog. No, I sit, and 5 minutes later, I find myself something to do, and I just constant going, man.
Yeah.
So this flotation, I think, is the only thing that actually switches me off properly. Yeah.
That's good to know, because like you're saying you tried meditation as well, and I have, and I know like it's very, very difficult. So I'm probably going to give that a go now. I was thinking about it anyway, but definitely now.
Definitely, mate. You go there, you get nice fat discount if you mention my name. Mark is a good guy.
Yeah.
It's a nice place. They got 2 tanks, so there's always some space. Even these days with this bullshit fucking COVID thing, I think still it's safe environment, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely when it's open, I would recommend to just give it a go. Go there once. Yeah. Now I take CBD before as well, but you don't need nothing. Just literally just flotation. It's enough. It's more than enough.
Yeah.
Definitely try, man.
I will do. I get quite claustrophobic like sometimes. So like you said, the first 10 minutes of it closing and you being there, I bet it's really hard to not fight, like fight or flight mode. You're trying to get out. But I bet if you can get through that, then obviously that's
you can keep this what's it open like a boot door.
Yeah.
You can keep it open, and also there's a light. There's this UV light on, so it's not like you're in the dark if you choose not to.
Oh, okay.
And then it's up to you. You can switch the light off and you can shoot this. So once you feel confident enough, then you can go step forward, shoot this, and then you can switch off the light.
Cool.
But yeah, it's one of the best things, and it's not just mind. Your body relaxes because of the salt. Your muscles relaxes because they float in, so you don't use the muscles at all.
Oh, okay.
So it's really good, man. It's good.
So what else have you done? During this lockdown period to kind of keep you ticking over like positively? Because I know like a lot of people have like struggled. I know like suicide statistics have gone up as well, especially in the danger bracket, which is I think 18 to 35-year-old males or somewhere thereabouts.
This is sad.
Yeah, the rate has gone up during this lockdown period. So like, what advice would you give to someone, especially on lockdown, who normally turns to fitness as an option and is now struggling because they go and lift weights and they put all this intensity into a workout and then they can't do that? What advice would you give?
So when we started, it did hit me. Especially the first week was horrible.
Yeah.
I think the couple of weeks just before the lockdown announcement, it was this worries about business, about how I'm going to cope, what we're going to do. So this built up to actual lockdown, and then when they announced the lockdown, the first week was fucking horrible, man.
Yeah.
Also before the lockdown, I had, if it comes to business,
I
had plan A, so I put in the group, okay, we're going to do this. The next day they announced something different, so I fucking have plan B. And it's not like you just sit down and write it down, it takes time.
Yeah.
So then they fucked me up again, so I had plan C, plan D, and then I just say, okay, before they announce for 100% what's going on, I'm not going to plan nothing. And the lockdown came, and the first week, I think mainly because of the TV, of the numbers. You just read the numbers, I don't fucking believe, I don't think they nowhere near close. We just follow this, wherever you go. Even before the lockdown, when the gyms were still open, I was running on the treadmill. Every screen, fucking numbers, this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So this first week was horrible. There was the worries about business, the worries about the health, because I'm asthmatic. Both my kids are asthmatic. My wife, she's got a lifetime health issue. She's on a special biological injections, which is in the high risk group. So they all were putting these thoughts in my head, man.
Mm-hmm.
So after the first week, I stopped. I just stopped watching numbers. I could focus more on business and my people, my people who are there with me, supporting me, are supporting them. So I started doing like YouTube classes just to have them going through it.
Yeah.
I was obviously going in the garden and train. Then I had 2 weeks break because I swear I catch this thing. It was nowhere near as they were saying.
Yeah.
My symptoms was I had a high temperature for 11 days. We're talking about 40 degrees, hallucinations at some point. I was sick of paracetamol and stuff. I rang 111 after 10 days and they said, just wait another 7 days, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
My mate, I just told you I got hallucinations. I kept this phone call for so long, but I can't handle it anymore. And then 2 days later, it's gone. And my wife, she took 2 weeks off for isolation, but she only had like flu symptoms for 3 days, man. That's it. She had a couple of MCs and sorted.
Yeah.
But then when I was back to reality, again, I knew from my experience that people might struggle. So I tried to put all them positive posts on Facebook, on Instagram. I was checking on people, texting them how they feel, how everything's going on. I offered them free classes on YouTube, free advice, free talk, whatever they needed. I think I did a good job. I think we went through it quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
All them people, back to trainings now. But what I would say is, don't fucking watch TV. Don't listen to them, because they're gonna put folks in your head. Not even governments. They had no idea what it is. We never went through this before. I'm not saying they did anything wrong, because it was, especially at the beginning, it was scary. The way it multiplies, and I understand it could scare the shit out of people. Obviously, I think they did absolutely awesome job. However, it's not. I don't see it that bad, But wearing this mask and telling people to stay at home for 3 months. This is our freedom, man. It's 3 months of your life, and now the 3 months gone, and they suddenly can go out. The virus is still there. What you did, you just took fucking someone's 3 months of their life.
Yeah.
And then people want risk. I wouldn't. Because what if something happens?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh shit, I should have. Well, it's just one chance in 1,000 or 10,000 that it would happen.
Yeah.
But because of believing in things which they make us believe in, it's not good for you, man.
I had to turn the news off after 2 or 3 days indoors, because you're indoors all the time. And I like to watch quite a lot of stuff on YouTube, and even on YouTube, it brought up a whole new role of COVID-19 news. So there was like no escape from it. So I had to turn off all mainstream media content, because it was just constantly getting drilled into you, like every hour of every day you're in danger, something happen, and it just you just got to switch it off, because it can drive you insane.
Yeah.
I was speaking to my dad, and he sent me a picture of his like hands. His like skin was almost fucking coming off, because he'd been washing him that much, because his wife's a nurse. So
it's horrible. That was horrible. I think that still is horrible. And but look what happened. You stopped watching it.
Yeah.
And nothing changed.
No.
Just you cleared your mind.
Yeah.
You stop thinking about it. Stop worrying. I know there is deaths and this and that, but exactly the same with anything else. I don't think it's as bad as things we had in the past. And for me, the worst thing with all this is the freedom. We got only one life. I want to live as close as possible to freedom without crossing the main rules line, just stepping on the edge of this line, not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
I respect people. Like they ask us now to wear the masks apparently from Friday when we're at shops.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not gonna go shopping. Just for the respect to people who actually want to wear the masks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do shopping online, because no one's gonna make me do things that I don't want to make.
Yeah.
That I want to do. It's simple as.
That's right.
It's like when you go to shop and you can't pay cash. Why? I want to fucking pay cash.
Yeah.
I got my card here, but no, I got fucking change here. I want to get rid of this change.
Yeah.
You can't stop me from doing things with my life. There's only one life, man.
Yeah.
And so all this taking freedom from me, that was the hardest to cope with.
Yeah.
But then as we go, and I've seen, I make most of my club people happy. This gave me that extra energy, the extra boost to just keep going and keep dragging and keep texting them and keep, helping them going through it. And again, just giving all this energy to them. Which is sometimes very draining, but I think I like it and I love it.
Do you feel like you got some of that energy back through that? Not like you wanted it or you expected it.
No, I do. Like about these expectations, the less you expect, the bigger the surprise when they text you.
Yeah.
And for me, not just the COVID now, but ever since I started this business, when I see their smiles, or when you wake up and you got 5 messages saying, I put them jeans on I couldn't put for the last 3 years, thank you. And your day is just like, fuck, let's go, let's do it. Anyone more. Yeah. So, and it's not about the money. Also, that I got bills to pay, but very often I try to put some free stuff there. I don't think many personal trainers does this free advice outside work hours.
No.
But that's if you chase money, you won't get money, okay?
Yeah.
You need to love what you do. If you love what you're doing, the money will come eventually.
Yeah, exactly. I always say that.
Again, I think maybe somewhere deep inside me, I just want to make things right, what I used to do. That's why I'm trying to help them. It is my job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I need some things to be paid for. But I feel like I'm on a fucking mission there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I'm doing right as well. It's been with me so many years now. It all looks good. And again, this COVID, all this lockdown, I see all positive, man. So many people as well, they don't realize what I always tell them. Listen, you would never do this if this wouldn't happen. That's a positive thing. Look back in the bright side, man.
I saw a post that you put on Facebook quite early on into it, and it was a picture of the weather was really nice and all the flowers had started blooming, and you said something like, instead of worrying about COVID, why don't you get outside and enjoy spring? And that to me, I went out and walked my dogs and it improved my day, just little positive messages like that.
See, that again gives me goosebumps, because that's what I'm doing this for. And then even if it's just one person like you to take this positive out of the post, I'm a fucking winner, man. I'm a winner. And this was so right. We went out and we missed the spring. People were worrying about fucking numbers, about COVID, about deaths, about this. But there was just fucking lovely cherry tree just blooming, man. It only happens once in a year.
I know.
How would you fucking miss this over some bullshit they put in your head?
Yeah.
To just go there and enjoy it, just find something positive. I know there's people struggling and there's people, being affected by this, but again, this you can't get yourself dragged into it. You need to find the really positive things.
You've obviously found stuff that's worked for yourself to turn your life around. For people who are going to listen to this, who might be either stuck in a rut in terms of drug use or mental health, is there anything you could say about whether they just maybe open up to somebody or a direction to go in or anything like that? I know it's a hard subject, but
it is hard subject. Yeah, we already mentioned that you need to want it. Okay?
Yeah.
If you not truly want, it's like with anything else. Some people are annoying because they would say, okay, well, I stick to the diet but only 5 days. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Obviously you don't want it. If you wanted it and you know that you want it, you fucking do it.
Yeah.
I know what I want.
Yeah.
And I know I want it.
Yeah.
So then I just do it. It's much easier.
Yeah.
So the same with all these poor kids out there. You've got to want it. If you enjoy it and you think it's fun, it's going to be hard to stop. But to all those who are actually at the point where they had enough, it's never too late, man.
Mm-hmm.
They might think it is, but it's never too late. And I've seen things before, and I've seen real motherfuckers getting out of shit. And I know that if you put your ass into it, you can actually change your life. It won't happen overnight. You need to give it time. It might be months or years, but there's never ever too late. Like with myself, I just replaced, like I said before, I replaced one addiction with the other. So first 2 years when I come here, I didn't have time thinking about drugs, and it was probably the hardest 2 years of my life. Just imagine taking something for 10 years, then you're in the foreign country. You need to, think about your family, about your future. You don't want to come back to that shit. And your head is all over the place, and you just want to fucking go and smoke weed. So this 2 years was horrible. But then I found something that replaced me, that shit.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I do too much, because sometimes I train like fucking 40 hours a week. Might be too much sometimes, but most of the time I'm quite reasonable, and I know what I'm doing. So yeah, just find yourself something that will take your mind off it, especially for the first couple of months. Believe that it is possible, and from the bottom you can actually get quite high if you put your ass into it.
Yeah.
And it's never too late. Never too late. Maybe rich, I'm a different person. I'm not. Some people need to talk to someone. They need to find the right person. I'm not saying go to specialist doctors or psychiatric or psychologists, or just find someone to just speak it out, talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not me. It never worked for me. But maybe that's the way. The main thing is never too late, but you need to want it.
Yeah.
No one can make you to do it.
No.
If you want to quit, you just fucking quit and do another thing. Yeah, not simple, but it can be done.
What do you think your life would look like today if you didn't have the mindset that you've just explained?
Well, I would end up as all them fuckers. I'd be either dead, or in prison.
Yeah.
When we go back now, see my mum. There's zero them friends from then. They all fucking end up either in prison or they dead. Yeah. Seriously, we got new friends, new people we spend time when we go there.
Yeah.
Some of them made it, but I would end up either there or there. It's easy as.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's
Yeah.
for real, man.
Kind of black and white.
Yeah.
It's, you know where it was going. You felt like
you had to jump off that fucking 8th floor, or you just spend your lifetime in fucking behind it. What's it? The freedom taken of you.
Yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the suicide crisis in that particular age bracket that we see, men 18 to 35? Like,
see, this is something that I mean, this is a really really weird subject. It's like I don't get it. I don't know why.
I was having a discussion with my friend the other day with it, and he put it down to, he's only a young man, he's in his early 20s, and he came back to the pressures of everything that a man's supposed to be, all the boxes that a man is so-called supposed to tick according to society, in terms of a provider, an alpha male character, strong, earning the biggest income in the house, and all this sort of thing. And he said he thinks a lot of it comes down to that. Do you ever feel those pressures in your life?
Like expectation, yeah, you want to be, you want to provide, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't know. It's, for me, it's like I had just once where it crossed my mind, it scared the shit out of me because I love life, and I can't imagine how people. I don't know if it's brave or if it's stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it. Because to me, I can't imagine this. I just kind of life is good. And my mate once told me the peoples are each other's biggest frustration. So I think people creating all these, tensions and stress, and they make other people do fucking things they don't really want to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As sad as it is, I can't, in my little head, I can't find fucking explanation for this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. That's
yeah,
right.
but obviously there is lots of expectation from when you finish school, and good family. You need to provide for the family. You wanna be, you wanna look like you alpha, like you wanna be strong. And if something goes wrong, it just puts you down. It happens to everyone. It happens to me as well. But is that enough to take your life and then leave the kids behind you? And there's lots of things. It's selfish.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't imagine why and how. And don't know, man.
How it would ever come to such a low that you'd do that. No.
So, don't know. I don't think the age would explain much to me here. I don't think. It's just sad.
Did you do you find as you get older, you're finding it easier to cope with any sort of issues that you have? So and this is just generic stuff that comes up in day-to-day life, and unexpected stress, the car breaking down. As you get older, do you find it easier to manage that sort of thing?
Definitely, yeah. It's easier. I'm a very stubborn person as well, but as I grow up, it looks like this stubbornness just calms down. I can actually control it, and sometimes I just know not doesn't matter if I think I'm right or not. It's easier just to take the step back, control the emotions. I think all the experience as well, and things you were put through as you go, because when you're a kid you don't realize, you don't know some things. When you're young, in the primary school, and your hair fucking goes the wrong way, you're like, oh, I'm not going to go to school because my hair is not in the right place.
Yeah.
So we think, when we're younger, we think that these little pusher things, they matter, but they're not. They don't. And as we go, we realize that sometimes you just take a step back, just take a breath, relax, let them think what they want. You know what you think. You don't have to prove every time that you're right.
Yeah.
It makes your life much easier, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
So yeah.
So obviously you've got your own company, CBD Fit, and you take it yourself. Since you started taking that and using it as a supplement, what differences do you think it's made to your physical sort of fitness regime and your recovery and that sort of thing?
Well, this is amazing. I've been taking CBD well before it was all legal, because now it's legalized. You can buy CBD, Holland & Barrett and Boots. Obviously, it's not the good stuff, but you can buy it everywhere legally, as long as there's 0.2% of THC in there, the psychoactive cannabinoid. But what I started were years before, and then when I was talking to people saying I'm using CBD, they still look at me like I was smoking weed, like I was taking drugs. Now, not so often. It's I think, like with Holland & Barrett and Boots, their stuff is not the best. It's only weak. It's like 2.5%. So it's not the best stuff, but it opens people's eyes. Okay, if I can buy it in the shops, maybe it's not drug. Even if there is a marijuana leaf on it.
Yeah.
So I first started taking this supplement for post-workout, for recovery, mainly for my body.
Yeah.
And they did the job. Let's say around half marathon, I took 75 milligrams of CBD and then another 75 milligrams of CBD in the morning. And these DOMs, these sore muscles, they only last for half a day instead of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Which would help me to go quicker back into the trainings, which then brings more benefits, makes you better because you can put more time into your trainings. But then I also find out that taken before bed, it really helps with my sleep, and the sleep is very important. So, pardon me, not just for recovering your brain, but also when you sleep, you recover your body. So that was 2 things, one for my head, one for my body. And then again, now I train every day, 7 days a week, 5 at the moment. I do 5 weight sessions, weight training, and then over the weekend I do like a triathlon, so I do swim, run and bike. 7 days in the week. I can't imagine doing this without CBD. I don't know, placebo or not, there's lots of researches which proves that it works. Some people say it's placebo, but it does the job for me.
Did you ever try and do that sort of intensity before CBD, or would it not be possible?
No, before that, before CBD, before I started taking CBD, it was mainly weights, and I had to have a day or 2 break in between sessions.
Yeah.
So my body was in agony, my brain was knackered, I was exhausted. I started taking CBD when I started Jiu Jitsu. And I could literally go to like 3 sessions just in the week, and then the 4 days I was doing weights, I'll go for a run. So we're talking training every day. And then as the fitness progressed, I could do longer sessions and work harder and lift heavier and run longer. Seems like my asthma settled down as well, which again there's research that it helps. With this. Very often also the asthma is triggered by anxiety. Anxiety kicks in, squeeze your chest and you can't breathe, and then the asthma comes, asthma just kicks in. But it wasn't as intense before, and now I just took it to the next level. So I'm like, I don't know, I just train every day. I can't imagine. Obviously I eat right, I eat post-workouts, pre-workouts. I stopped taking any supplements apart from protein powders now, because all the triathlons were cancelled because of the COVID. So I decided just to put some muscle mass again. So it's hard to get like 4,500-5,000 calories from just meals, having a busy life. Hence, the only supplement is the protein. I use the protein with the carbs as well, just post-workout. And the only other supplement is CBD. When I was a vegan though, because I was a vegan for a few months, just to test it. Then vegetarian. I don't eat meat since October last year.
But you still haven't eaten meat?
I don't eat meat,
Okay.
but I eat fish now, just because I need extra protein intake. But when I was vegan, I did take omega-3, omega-6 supplements. And CBD, but now the last few weeks, maybe a couple of months, when I started this bulking season, I introduced fish back to my diet. Well, from October till April, no fish, no eggs, just pure vegetarian. And from October till February, maybe, I was a vegan. I had nothing coming from animals. I felt fucking awesome.
Did you?
Yeah. And the reason why, because I never think I could not eat meat, man. No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm like now.
Steak, not necessarily. I had steak once a week, maybe. Pork, I never had pork, really. But chicken. Chicken, everyday chicken. And I'm like, how can you fucking not have chicken? So this movie, Challenger, the game changer.
Game Changer on Netflix.
That came up, and always when something like comes up, people are arguing, fucking, it's good, no, it's bad, no, it's good, no. I'm like, shut the fuck up, fuckers, just try it. So I'm like, and that was the time, just before we went to Thailand. We go to Thailand every year for training camp.
Muay Thai, sorry? Muay Thai?
Thai and Muay Thai, yeah, but we train CrossFit there and Muay Thai and do some yoga at the night.
Okay, cool.
Fucking perfect, we can go back to that later, it's a heaven. So every year when we go there, we've been there already 4 times. Every year when I go there, I don't eat meat anyway. I eat seafood, but no meat. So this movie came up. These people pissed me off arguing about don't even know what. I'm like, alright, this is the best time to start this. So I went to Thailand, I eat the seafood, come back from Thailand, so I was already into not eating meat process. And I decided, alright, let's fucking try this. So I had no animal products until Christmas Eve. Our Polish tradition is to have a carb for Christmas Eve, so I had to have a carb. Right? I had to have it. Right? So I had the carb. I was thinking, I probably have this fish after. But no, I wake up in the morning, again back to zero animal products. Then I start running. In January, I got my PB, 10k run. In February, I beat this PB again, 10k run. In March, I got PB in half marathon, and it was fucking like almost like 15 minutes quicker.
Shit.
I've done ultra marathon, 70k, and that was quicker, an hour quicker than the year before. And now, because people are arguing, but it's not like that. It's not like stop eating meat and you'll be fucking superhuman. It's not like that. It's just when you do it properly, you take the shit out of your diet. So obviously, if you become a vegan and you start buying fake bacon and fake fucking sausage made out of fuck knows what, and you start munching, chocolates and croissants, it won't work because you'll still be fucking full of shit. I think I lost about like 8 kilo but that was just a side effect. I didn't mean to lose anyway. I just want to see what the hype is on about.
Yeah.
I felt less. I felt like lighter. Definitely felt like my muscles got more energy. Then again, just taking all this crap out of the diet is very helpful. I'm not sure how much not eating meat helps here. And then, that was it. So there's this half marathon. I just smashed this half marathon. And then someone told me a couple of years ago that you can't build the muscle without meat. So I'm like, all right, let's go, motherfucker. Let's see, okay? So I didn't eat meat. From 90 kilo, I gone up to 100 kilo in 3 months. Pure muscle, mate. Maybe not pure muscle, still got like, I think 8-9% of fat.
Yeah.
Not eating meat. I don't eat meat.
Okay.
I eat fish last couple of months, but no meat whatsoever.
So you bulked up 10 kilos in 3 months?
Yeah. So I started when the lockdown came in.
Yeah.
First few weeks, just bodyweight exercising. To begin the year, the plan was to lose the muscle mass for the triathlons.
Yeah.
Okay. This vegan diet or vegan eating was actually very helpful because it helped me lose the weight.
Yeah.
I felt still very good. I was smashing PBs, swimming was going well, cycling was going superb. So the plan was to just drop the weight down, and because last year I've done Ironman, I was too heavy, I really felt it on my knees, I got injury. So this year I was okay, I'm going to be smart. So then lockdown came in. So first few weeks, bodyweight exercises only, just to go back into routine. And then whatever I had in my garage, some dumbbells, some bars, some resistant bands, calories intake like more than double. I was on like 2,200, and now I 4,500, 5,000. And it all works if you do it the right way. If you know when to eat, what to eat, how to lift, what to do, everything's achievable. Yeah, 100 kilo yesterday on the weight.
Do you struggle to get your protein intake in, what it's supposed to be, like in terms of macros on apps like MyFitnessPal? They sort of give you a guide to what your protein needs to be to bulk up. Do you trust the protein intake that we're told we should have?
No.
You don't?
No.
I've always questioned that.
No. I mean, my cousin, he's a motherfucker. He always pisses me off. Whatever he does, he's just the best. And literally, well, he did. He was doing like cage fighting, fucking won fights. He went to American football. First season, they won the trophy, the league. So he quit. Then he went to bodybuilding. First bodybuilding, he came second. He came second. So I always speak to him about things like that. So what they tell us, I think they say 0.8 grams of protein per kilo of your body weight, or your muscle weight. So this is to survive, really. Then the bodybuilders say you would need about 2 grams. Okay, that's most common, 1.8, 2 grams of protein. But I spoke to him, and he went through that stuff. He achieved so much. So he said 3 grams. So when you want to build the muscles and you want to really recover your muscle after burning in the session, you need at least 3 grams of protein. So for me, let's say body weight it would be. For me, it's 300 grams. 300 grams of protein. So it's fucking hard. Even if I had 10 egg omelette, it doesn't do nothing. So you need the supplements then. I got nothing against the supplements. For people who want to maintain the weight or they're losing the weight and they can have all these macros from the diet, it's always better, obviously. But with a busy lifestyle, you're always on the go. Some people just drive to Bristol and back and it takes them like 12 hours a day. They ain't got no time. Yeah. So then, good quality protein supplement, why not? It's very helpful. Yeah,
that's interesting. That, especially 300 grams of trying to get that in with a vegetarian diet. That must take some working out.
It's not that bad. That's the thing that people think. Protein's everywhere. All the beans, seeds, and vegetables. The protein is everywhere. Yeah. But it's much easier now when I have fish. And I do have this shake once a day, about 45 grams from double scoop of the protein. But imagine if Ronnie Coleman or Arnold back in time, the intake was like 7,000 or 8,000. They were literally waking up every 2 hours in the night to have something to eat. So they were eating every 2 or 3 hours, 24 hours. So that's hard.
That's hardcore.
You'd think, some people would think, oh, I could eat all day long, no problem. You try to do that to build up prior to the competition. And then keep it healthy as well, or the egg whites, omelets, and stuff like that. 8,000 calories, 9.
Yeah, that's it's an insane number. Like when I'm like at the moment, I'm like 2,500, 3,000. Sometimes I struggle to squeeze all them in.
Yeah.
But can we hear more about this thing you do in Thailand? That fitness camp over in Thailand.
Yeah. So seriously, I feel so blessed. Obviously, it's a bit harder for us having the kids, so we need to work it out every year. My mom comes from Poland to look after the kids for 2 weeks, and we are, like I say, blessed, and we can go there. I think if you save money, if you don't spend money, we don't go out, I don't drink, I got this money saved from going out. You can achieve going there for 2 weeks. Getting there and back is the most expensive thing, the flights and tickets. When you're there, you can live really for pennies. So how it started, I was always into Muay Thai. My favorite discipline was always. And I found out about Tiger Muay Thai. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save some money. I'm gonna go there, do like a week training camp, and see what it's like. And I told my missus, and she's like, "Oh, I always want to go to Thailand." I'm kind of training camp. And she's like, "You go training, I chill on the beach, I do this." And it took her like 5 days to convince me. So we booked the flights. The very next day, she came with a big list of things to do. I told you I'm going to train there. But I'm glad I took her first time because it's a solid training. It's the humidity, the temperature. It's first 1 week is not enough because it takes like 4 days to get used to it, and then you can actually start think what you're doing. But I'm glad I took her because otherwise, Muay Thai in the morning 7 till 9. I would do this training. I would go sleep. I would wake up and do Jiu Jitsu at night time again 6 till 8, and I would have nothing from Thailand. And she was just dragging me out. So we went and see all the temples and tigers and elephants and just talk to people, find out about their culture and eat lovely food over here and there. So it was amazing. And we come back so excited and we're like, we need to come back. And now every year we go there 2 weeks. So you can buy like a 2 weeks training camp at the Tiger Muay Thai, and you can basically use every class. There's the classes from like 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock in the night. Back-to-back classes, different types of fitness, from boxing to Thai boxing to Jiu-Jitsu, to yoga to CrossFit and weight training and basically everything in one place. It's just fucking awesome place, man. Heaven. Especially for lads like us who into fitness. It's just heaven. The place is called Chalong. It's in Phuket, and it's like one street, and it's like a sports village. So it starts with the Tiger Muay Thai, they got Dragon Muay Thai, then you got Unit 27 CrossFit gym, then you got another gym, then you got Phuket top team gym. On the way you got loads of other fucking clubs as well, and a plenty of restaurants. And every restaurant's got like a separate menu for sportsmen, for fitness. So you got post-workout meals, pre-workout meals, you can add protein scoop in whatever you want. Obviously massage, sports massage, Thai massage. And you don't have to go anywhere. You just spend there all day and you just and I organize different trips. You can go see islands. Then people as well. Again, it's one of them things you can't explain. If you wasn't there, when you go on the holidays and the locals are nice to you, well, you can feel they're nice to you because you're a tourist and you leave money there. The nicer they are, the more you spend. With them, it looks like they actually do it for nothing. They don't expect nothing. They're actually nice. They're just nice. Sometimes you just think, why? Why are you so nice to me? What do you want from me? It's weird.
Yeah.
They're happy, man. They got one pair of flip-flops and old jeans, and they appreciate this shit.
Yeah.
You can tell that that's enough. They don't need nothing else. They're happy with their life.
Yeah.
They work hard. They open from restaurants. They open from 8 or shops. Open from 8. Shoot at 8. We are there usually when the school holidays are still on. So they bring kids to shops from early hours, and the kids just stay there. Super good kids stay in the corner playing with the toys, and they work hard-working people, still laughing, smiling, and having the time for you to talk to you, to tell you where to go, what to do, what you can see, where you can save money, how you can get taxi to there. It's just fucking amazing place. Everything from food to people to trainings to places. It's retirement place that is.
Yeah. Is that somewhere you're probably going to go with that every year now?
Yeah, as much as we allowed.
Yeah.
We booked for this year, October, but we see how that goes. They open, but things changes now so often. So I hope we're gonna make it. Definitely go next year as well.
Cool.
And hopefully in 10 years time, just move in there.
Go
retired
there. And set up your own thing, maybe get your own little thing going over there, doing instructing.
Will be good. You never know. I don't like planning things.
See what happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
What about just to finish up? I just want to hear about your virtual fitness. I don't know what you call it. It's like challenge, isn't it?
The virtual event.
Yeah. Can we hear a bit about that?
So that's one of them positive things that came out of a lockdown. If not COVID-19, thanks motherfucker, I would never do that.
No.
They just came, I was sitting there and trying to organize something for people, support them so they can support me and that. And this came into my mind. I organized the first one, and then we had the second one already, and the third one is planned. Mm-hmm. People signing up already. So it's one of the things I would never ever think about doing, pulling off. We had over 50 people sign up for the first one. It's CrossFit based. Yeah. Everyone can do it everywhere. We had people around England, a couple of people in Poland even did it. You sign up blind, so you don't know what you're gonna do. Oh. All you know it's CrossFit or obstacle room based.
Yeah.
You can do it everywhere. No equipment needed. No YouTube. You don't need basic. You don't need anything. On the event week, you get the list of things with explanation, with videos, with links of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then go 3 days, you got either Friday, Saturday or Sunday to do so. Mm-hmm. And you just send me photos and times. Man, this was probably one of the happiest moments in my life, especially the first one. The second one was sentimental too. But the first one, it was pure lockdown. It was just at the end of the lockdown. Lots of people signed up, families with kids and just kids. We had like 3 years old. Yeah. We had 65 years old lady, and all the people. These photos, the smiles and the medals. Yeah. They got the medal as well. Yeah. Fucking hell, man! This is really really something that the most positive things, if it comes to business, they came out of the lockdown. And they were asking for more, so we did second one just 2 weeks ago. And this third one planned first weekend in September. So that's one of them. Like I say, there's always something, you need to adapt. People gave up. Some people gave up. Mm-hmm. Some people blame, I put pounds on, I put kilos on because the gym is shut. No. This is bullshit. This is because you didn't want to do nothing. You could go for a run. You could do press-ups, squats. Yeah. You could do whatever. Bodyweight exercise as good. Yeah, all the plyometrics. You can fucking do shit. Don't blame gym. So people just gave up. And what I did after the first initial week, where I was like, oh fuck, what's going on here? Then I adapted. So I started thinking what I can do in this situation to just pull it off, just to keep the wheel of the business going, of the fitness, help people so they can support me. And that's why the virtual event came. With a big success. The second one we had 86 people, so we see how it goes with the third one. Yeah. Very, very proud of this. This made me really happy, man. Yeah. Really.
Awesome. Yeah, I bet it did. It'd make someone happy because you're bringing bringing people together, aren't you? In a sense, in a time when things are looking pretty shit.
It's one of the things again you can't explain really.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome shit, guys.
Awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck with the third one, mate.
Yeah.
And, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks very much.
Nice one, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Honestly, brilliant. Thank you very much.